What up? Welcome back to the Necro Zoo. I am Bones. And in this one, it's a good day. It's a great day. We will be taking a look at the newest addition to the Dark Knight Metals collection, The Drowned, from McFarlane's DC Multiverse. Now, we have not received that many female characters, so I've been really interested in checking this one out. Like I said before, she is part of the Dark Knight Metals, which is awesome. She will be going up here on the top shelf with the rest of her Dark Knight brothers. Looks really good in the package. I've seen a lot of reviews on her, but I've been dying to take a look at her myself. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. Of course, as always, you do receive your black DC Multiverse stand. Don't need to use it, but it's useful. You also receive your data file card. Pretty cool image of her from the comics. And you have information on the back. Now, this is, in theory, a female Bruce Wayne character. So she takes over the part of Bruce Wayne. But in her universe, she's a female. But she's still as intelligent and cunning and sometimes brutal as Bruce Wayne could be. So really cool backstory. Actually, I'm really hoping that in the future they do some like DC animated movies of all these characters. If that happens, it's going to be pretty cool. So she does come with one accessory, which is her Triton staff. Now, if you look at this in the comics, it's more like coral, like a coral, like built out of like coral, or it just has that rugged look. And the one they gave us is a little bit more like metal and majestic. So I have some ideas of how I want to work on this when I do my custom repaint. But we'll take a look at that later. Now, let's go ahead and check her out. Starting off with the head. Really beautiful sculpt work on the head. She has a lot of really intricate designs on her mask. You can see the straps. She has that like bionic eye on this side. And she has her ears for her cowl, and really cool flowing hair as if she's underwater. Limited articulation on this one because of the hair, but if you push it, you could get her to look down, but not so much up. Okay, now coming down, she does have a medallion on the chest with the bat emblem inside. Pretty nice gold paint job. She has like a little short jacket. Moving down, she has some voluptuousness. And then her corset, which is done really nicely. Now the color palette that they chose on this is not too vibrant, but we will be doing that in the repaint, adding a lot of golds and silvers and off greens, like lighter greens, like highlighter greens. So I'm really anticipating working on this one, as you can see. Now, let's take a look at the arms. Of course, now this one does have the butterfly joint in the shoulder, so you can move it back and forth and up and down. She has a bicep cut. She has double jointed elbows. Really smooth joints here. She has some little gauntlets, and then this hand, her left hand, is like a triumphant hand. Really love this ball joint that they put because it's just the right size. It's not even completely hidden by her gauntlet, but it's not noticeable at all, and it still retains the wrist articulation. Her other hand is a grasping hand or a trigger hand, but has the same movement and articulation. Pretty sweet. Now, like I said, moving down, she has like a lower skirt that is like in a seaweed rendition. One basic color, but we'll be, hitting that when we do the repaint. If you lift it up on her right thigh, she does have a pocket, like a strap affixed to her thigh. Now the straps are black, but pretty much off the bat, I'm probably going to be doing those either brown or gold, or a version of gold, right? Now her legs do move at the hip. Limited thigh swivel, double jointed knees, some really awesome thigh high boots, and she does have the ball joint with the articulation. You could get swivel if you turn the ball right, and then she does have toe articulation. Now, some really nice boot work here, mainly because of the texturing that they give her, which is like a little ribbed version all the way down, which is pretty nice. Taking a look at her from the bottom, no tread, but she does have those stiletto spike heels, which are vicious. And then take a peek underneath here, her bum, and then move up a little bit. Now, like I said before, the sculpting detail is just on point. The little frails in her jacket, and then the little wrinkles going up, and then her hair is just magnificent. Like I said before, I will be adding in her hair a little bit of like light green, just to give it highlights, and maybe even sneak some weird colors in there, like some golds. So it's gonna be awesome. I'll start working on her pretty soon, since I've got a lot of projects going on, but most of them are more than half complete, so won't be too long before I do this one. So now you can put her trident in her hand. Pretty cool. Now, as for the painting, the repainting, and the customization, I mean, there's tons of pictures online of statues and DC Comics references where you could just take, what you want to do and add it to this figure. Now, I know that in some images, her tights are black, and in some they're green, and then usually her boots are black. So since these boots are like a dark olive green, it's going to be hard if I really want to go full black, or maybe just add some black and then do her tights black to give it that contrast. But in the end, I'll let it flow and we'll figure it out and see how it looks. There's some other things that I know, like in the seaweed, I want to add some different highlights of green, and then on her corset add some gold and maybe even some red, because I have seen images where there's red in there. Like I said before, take your inspiration from all the images you could get and then add them to your repainted figure. But she's pretty kick-ass. I like her. Like I said before, the repainted version will be going up here with her Dark Knight brothers, probably on a flight stand. But her original unaltered version will go up here on the shelf. So I will have 3 in my collection. 1 on the shelf, 1 repaint, and then my unopened wall will also have 1 of her. So really happy. This figure, I have waited a long time to open her up, and she's an awesome addition to the collection. So stay safe out there, guys. Keep hunting, and I will see you on the next one.